team, it is Heidi Bejo, and I am coming at you today with kind of three general topics that we're going to talk about. The first thing is just a couple reminders. So, number one, if you have not already posted a selfie with your workout shoes in your introduction, please do so. It is awesome for this group to really kind of get to know each other on a little bit deeper level. I mean, a lot of us don't know each other at all. So we depend on that to kind of keep the energy of the group going. So for those of you that have done that, thank you. We appreciate it. And if you haven't, get on it. Please do. It does really help with the chemistry of the group. And the second reminder that I want to talk to you about is just making sure, if you haven't already, that you've logged your data. And by data, I mean your if you go into the app, the My Challenge Tracker app, you can load in a before picture, your measurements, and your weight. And if you have any questions or want a little more depth on that, please see the prior video that I did, and that will explain that. But again, just a reminder that that's so important when you're going through a health and wellness journey. So please do that if you haven't done it already. So that's your two reminders. The second general topic I want to talk about today is just a quick kind of a tech lesson about the app that I think will help you in certain moments if you're a little behind. So what I want to talk about there is when you go in the app, if you haven't been in there for a little bit and you want to just get to the nuts and bolts, meaning the coach posts, I just want to teach you how to do that real quick. Ideally, we do hope that you're kind of scrolling through the app and liking and commenting on what other people in the group are doing, because again, that's part of the support and the encouragement. So that's what we're really hoping for. If you can do that, that would be awesome. Like I said, though, if you're short on time and you're a little behind and you just want to catch the coach post lessons and stuff like that, there's a way to filter the posts to just show those. And what you do there is you go in the app, and then along the bottom, there's a bar, and there'll be one little icon with, like, it looks like three people standing together. If you touch that, that'll get you to the group feed. And in the middle of that screen, it's literally almost directly in the middle, there'll be a little banner that will say all posts. If you tap that, then you'll get a little drop down menu, and you can tap coach posts, and it will filter just the coach posts. And then that way you can catch up on videos like this or recipes or other things that we've put in there. So that's your little tech tip. When you're done, just a reminder to click back to all posts so that you see the whole scroll. But that's your tech tip for the day on the My Challenge Tracker app. If you have any questions, comment below or reach out to Inga or myself. We're happy to help you with that. So that's two of the three topics. The third topic that I want to talk about today is really just talking about goals a little bit. There is a section in the app where you can indicate your goals. And if this whole path is new for you, I just want to talk about, as far as fitness and nutrition, 5 goals that are really important as foundational baseline goals. And interestingly enough, I was at a conference last month, a personal development conference, and had the incredible opportunity to hear Chris and Heidi Powell speak. And for those of you that maybe that name sounds somewhat familiar, but you can't quite put it together, Chris and Heidi Powell were the TV hosts for the show Extreme Weight Loss Makeover or Extreme Weight Loss. I can't remember exactly the name of the show, but they are the kind of the power couple and the host of that show. And they have a list of, they call them the Foundation 5, and they have a list of 5 goals that were really their baseline for all of their clients. And I was so pumped, like so pumped when I heard this, because most of these goals, Inga and I have been encouraging people in our Healthy Habits group over the last year plus, or however long it's been, to start with these in some capacity anyway. So it was really kind of gratifying and really reinforcing what we've been trying to help and coach people with. So I'd like to run through those with you. So the first one, and honestly, this one is so important. The number one goal that they ask people to start with is to drink half their body weight in ounces of water. And I know Inga just put up a post about hydration, about this very thing just a couple days ago. If you have not seen that, please take a look at that graphic. The importance of hydration in your body and having an appropriate amount of water going through your system on a daily basis. I mean, literally, it is the foundation. It will help you from all kinds of things. I mean, your brain is like 70 or 80% water. So if you don't get proper hydration, that can result in brain fog and just not being sharp. Obviously, for detoxification in the liver, it's super important. Obviously, for helping you feel full faster or potentially eating less, like if you drink a big glass of water before you have a meal, it will help, make you feel full quicker and click on those satiety levels in your brain. So it just literally affects every single organ in your body. And I know I'm beating a dead horse here a little bit, but I just can't stress enough, like if that is not on your goals, it should be, and it really, really needs to be. So that's the first one. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water. So for example, if you weigh 160 pounds, you would drink 80 ounces of water a day. And truthfully, this is so important to me. I literally track it every single day. In my journal planner kind of notebook thing that I carry, I put a hash mark for every 8 ounces of water that I drink, and by the end of the day, by golly, there better be 10 of them. Or I've got work to do. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but it's so important to me. I literally track it every day. So number 2 on the foundation 5 is eating breakfast every day. We've all heard the adage, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It really is. It helps jumpstart your metabolism. I know some people just don't feel hungry in the morning and breakfast isn't their thing. Me personally, breakfast is my jam. It's like my favorite meal of the day. But I get it. I get some people don't have that type of hunger in the morning. And if you don't, then a couple things I would recommend. One would be that's a really good time to use Shakeology, because it's a lighter, it is a shake, it's a lighter feeling kind of breakfast, or even half of one of those if you really don't get super hungry in the morning. Great way to get just powerhouse nutrition into your body first thing in the morning. So that'd be one thing. The other one would be, if you've never heard of bulletproof coffee, I'm a big fan of that as well. If you have questions on that, let me know and I can fill you in. But that would be another way to kind of get a quick meal on the go. Other people's excuse for not having breakfast in the morning is I don't have time. So examples to kind of beat that is obviously meal prep and planning. And one of those would be overnight oats. Inga put that recipe in the info and files section of the app. So take a look at that if you want to. You can prepare those 5 days ahead of, you can prepare the whole week on Sunday night and you're dialed for breakfast or a snack all week long. The other one that I do when I'm home a lot as well is I just make an egg casserole. So I take egg whites. Sometimes I alternate it, usually on a weekly basis, of eggs and then egg whites. And I just kind of throw, honestly, kind of just depends on what's in the fridge, but usually there's peppers and onions and mushrooms, maybe asparagus, maybe spinach, just kind of whatever. I just throw a bunch of veggies in there and I bake that casserole, and then that sits in there all week. And then my husband and I can just grab at that and just hunk off a chunk of it, throw it in the microwave, and off we go for a quick breakfast. So that's the second one. So number 1, drink half your body weight in ounces of water. Number 2, eat breakfast every day. The third one, number 3, is eating protein every meal. So this is also something that we feel is important. It definitely helps fill you up quicker and keeps you feeling full longer. So again, if you're not having protein every meal, definitely try to put that into your routine. The fourth one is keeping your sugar intake to less than 50 grams per day, 50 grams per day. So that's something, again, you kind of need to be tracking that and make sure that you're keeping your sugar intake less than 50 grams a day. That's another really good foundational target for a nutrition goal. And then the fifth one is to deliberately move 5 minutes every day. And again, now remember this, we are all on our own journey. This Foundation 5 is basically for people that were on that extreme weight loss. So you know where you're at. And if you've literally not done anything before, then a 5-minute walk a day is a perfect starting point, or dynamic stretching or something like that. But know you and make sure your goals challenge you. So if you're beyond that, then please don't make that your goal. Pick something that's going to challenge you. So examples of that would be if you're looking for some introductory programs that are a little bit shorter in the Beachbody catalog, in Beachbody On Demand. The ones that I would recommend, and I think Inga would probably echo this as well, if you really want short ones, there's one by Tony Horton called 10-Minute Trainer. So that's one to check out. A really good starting point that just launched last month is called Clean Week, and it's meant to be an introductory program and help lay some foundation. So that's one that's called Clean Week. The other two that I would recommend as far as just starting off programs would be 21 Day Fix. That has been around for a while, but it has been such a good out of the gate workout program for tons and tons of people. It's just kind of iconic in the Beachbody spectrum of workouts. So again, 21 Day Fix would be another one. And then the last one that I would recommend to look at out of the gate is called UV2. So the word U, Y-O-U, the letter V, and then the number 2. And this one also launched just this year. It was over the summer, if I recall correctly, and very basic, kind of like aerobic and cardio based program. Super fun music, not very complex on the choreography. So again, easy starting point for people in terms of just not a super complex workout. Don't need really lots of weights or any other equipment or anything like that. So those are some things to think about. Now, related to this Foundation 5, we also don't want you to try to do, if you're not doing any of these, if right now you are 0 for 5, we don't want you to jump in and try to do all 5 of these things right away. So ideally you would say pick 2 of those. Number 1, again, I can't stress it enough, the water would be my recommendation for the first one that you have in, if you're not already doing that. So again, just start with 2 of those and make those part of your goals for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I would say through the end of November, and make sure you're just dialed in on those 2. And then after that, you can add another one. Same thing, stick with that for a couple, 3 weeks. And once you're dialed in on whatever 3 that you pick, add another one, and so you're actually going to be building up to this Foundation 5, not, throwing all of them at you out of the gate, because it's too hard to try to keep all of that going if you haven't done any of it. If you're already doing 1 or 2 of those, again, take a look at that and please make sure that you're picking from that list as kind of a starting point, because we really think that this is a great list to leap off of. So I think that's about it for goals. I know this video is a little bit longer. It kind of was jam-packed with stuff, so I appreciate your patience in listening to it. If you have any questions at all, please comment below or reach out to Inga or myself directly. Again, this group's been fun. You guys, we can already feel the energy going. We absolutely appreciate you posting in there. That's what keeps all of us motivated, all of us accountable. So keep doing what you're doing. We love having you in this group. Thanks so much. And we will be back at you soon in a day or so. And otherwise, and until then, be stalwart and live well. Thank you guys.